OFC 2025 has been all about reliability of photonic devices. CPU and pluggables are now in data centers. So what do we do to make sure that the hyperscalers have no doubts on reliability of photonic devices? Well, we do testing. I'm here at the booth of EXFO. Can you tell us a bit what you do in the field of testing to make sure that devices are reliable?
So we do two main things. So first of all, we're testing the physical compound, so the wafer itself, making sure that the design is correct and the wafer is correct to be actually operated and mounted into as a component. So that's the first step. And to do that, we have our solution here, our Opal station that allows our customer to actually test all of these wafers and dies before they mounted them.
Then let's do something fun. Let's follow the customer journey. First, the customer gets a wafer from the foundry, and that wafer needs to be tested. What do we do with that wafer?
So essentially, you've got to put your wafer or your dies, depending if it's at what stage you are, and you install that, and automatically will go and test the function of your die, what you've been designing, essentially, making sure that all the characteristics are as they were planned.
For many years, when you do wafer-level testing, you measure the IV diagram, just the impedance, and you were happy. That's not good anymore.
No.
Now people need performance. So what they can see here already at the wafer-level tested is a high-speed probe. You're doing dynamic measurements?
Absolutely, we're testing physically the characteristic of the die itself, so that they can really measure if it's acting like it's being planned. Absolutely.
Why do you think there is such a need right now for wafer-level testers?
Well, essentially, the cost of the wafer is very small compared to the cost of the component itself. So you want to make sure that everything works perfectly before you start mounting expensively your die into your component. So that's the main reason why customers are doing that. And the yield, in some cases, because there are more and more complexity into those dies, is becoming more difficult to achieve. So therefore, you want to make sure you're mounting the right dies into your components.
Let's continue the customer journey. So the die works.
Yeah.
And now we have to put it in a package. And then we need to test it. What do we do then?
Well, it depends. I mean, obviously, you still have the physical layer testing, but also you want to test if it works from a high-speed perspective. So essentially, this is one of the things we've been launching here at the OFC this year. We've launched a 1.6T verification test solution so that customer can actually physically look at is it working like it's being planned to.
It has been the year of 400 gig per lane. To reach 1.6, you need 4 lanes. We're going to see 3.2, 6.4, I don't know how matter what. How can people do the testing in the future at these ultra high speed rates?
Well, I mean, that's a challenge. The speed at which these technology are being deployed and developed is breathtaking. It's going very, very quickly. So obviously, you want to build solutions that can stand for long term. This is what we always have in mind. So we're there to support our customer for 400, 800, 1.6 tera. And very soon the 3.2T as well.
Daniel, your customers are walking the show. Apart from the wafer level tester, what is the main question people came to you with?
Well, they want to know, obviously, as they're deploying, they're creating these transceiver at 1.6T. Is that going to work? Are they going to have the right yield into their production? So these are the main questions that we have, and they're desperately looking for a solution because there's very few solutions at 1.6T today. So they're absolutely looking for a new solution to help them doing that.
I can already tell that in terms of traffic, OFC 2025 has been very successful. Can we play the crystal ball game? OFC 2026. What do you think the market demand is going to be like?
Well, things have been moving very quickly. I've said that already, and I think it's, I don't see that going any slower in the next few years. Looking at the AI impact over the networks, it's increasingly speeding up, essentially. So we see, again, these technology waves going faster and faster. So, next year it's going to be all about 3.2T, I guess.
Optica is all about connecting testing company. So my final question, Danny, is the Optica question. What can you do for the other Optica corporate members, and what can they do for you? What are the biggest challenges that you see right now to continue developing your roadmap?
Well, it's all about, first of all, getting the information about what's their plans, understanding where they go, what the key challenges for them when it comes to designing these new components and solutions. And then we're here to help them solve these issues through testing. So essentially, being aware of these challenges ahead is very critical for us. And then we put our R&D in play, and we help them doing it.
Danny, congratulations on everything that you are achieving. It is great to see you here. I hope to see you at OFC 2026,
Absolutely.
at OFC 2030. All the best. Thank you.
Very much.